and talking over it, telling awful stories. So that should work. That should work really well. Yeah, especially if we put some nice surfing, maybe forest surfing or something.
Yeah. We'll come back to the surfing in a moment because Fnatic are charging into this B site and it's not going too well. Okay, it's just running on his head. Does get the headshot eventually. I suppose he deserved it. And now it's Fnatic in a nice 3-on-3. They haven't got the bomb planted just yet, so maybe it's not all that nice. As I don't think they'll be available to plant the bomb. They sort of have to. They can't really afford to have a player taken out of a potential fight for 3.5 seconds. So to look for these engagements. It's not going too well for them. Down to Flusher now on 42 health. Stuck in the apps. The new and improved Gok though may help him out. But Astralis are doing the right thing. Just playing it really slow. Trying to open up to the trade frags. I don't believe that Flusher was running out of bullets there. I guess he just wanted a loaded magazine.
Yeah.
So I think I've ever run out of bullets with a Glock.
He could win this. They're all kind of low. They're just I think kind of lucky. Oh, yes. Never mind.
And there it is.
You know what the hero play is that we need to see on A.
What's the hero play we need to see?
So there's a situation, right, where there's a jungle smoke down, or you know the smoke between the connector stairs and the wall, so you can't see into A. Okay. So a T is trying to plant the bomb. Somebody throws Bard off Molotov, so he can't plant it on default, and then sprays through the smoke, presuming that the T is trying to run to triple to plant it there for CT, and they get shot by the spray through the smoke. That is.
And you use a Negev.
See, why are you trivializing
to cut it off?
My situation.
No, I'm saying because the Negev has so many bullets.
Why would you have a Negev?
Is it a Negev that costs $2,000? Yeah. So you.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Still, you're ruining my story, Launders.
It's a weapon you could use for cheap.
My story was great until Launders started talking, and he ruined it.
So you've got to be really careful with a Fnatic that has Deagles. Occupying that middle space, we've seen them do a lot of cool stuff there recently in these Mirage games that they've been picking. And they won't get much here from Astralis. I like that from Astralis. I mean, it's that classic discipline that you look for in a team like Astralis. They're not offering up what is a favorable engagement, really, for Fnatic. If you face them in middle, when they have all these Eagles, you're going to die. You just will straight up die. So it's good to see that Astralis are making this as hard as they can for Fnatic.
Yeah, they do have a pretty good split. They've got window control, connector control. They got everything they wanted without taking any damage whatsoever. Oh, grenade though. That's all you need. Comes down to Kirby. And now they have no one in sight.
15 seconds. The invert plant is being made, but the UMP cannot land any fatal connections, and the bomb will indeed get planted. Green takes down a lurker. Smart stuff from him. Bomb's not even planted for JW. He's still in the middle of nowhere. Some peppering from Device, and 2 players remain. Combined 25 HP, but as long as they're alive, they're alive. Golden will reaggress from the Palace position, and this will surely not be checked for. The fake is in. Oh, he was close, but the Astralis investigation had concluded already. Eliminated the ramp position, so cover was found for the defuse.
The inverse plant actually being the hardest to play from the double Palace setup, but it's much more fun in an after plant to peek out from Palace than it is a ramp in a lot of situations. That one might not have been one of them.
Speaking of the surf videos, oh, actually, hang on, we got quad grenades. Definitely going into the window behind the smoke. We saw this yesterday. Oh, the counter grenades, just nades for days. What the hell is going on? That's awesome.
GW needed Electro.
Yeah, he must have died while it was already primed, and then just dropped a bomb.
Classic, the classic. But yeah, I got James into defrag videos.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, defrag videos are awesome. Oh
yeah.
My gosh.
I think James even had the idea to play them at events, which is an idea that I would love to see to come to fruition. But I don't think.
I wanted to play them at the finals, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, I don't think it really flies.
Like
playing a Quake.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean there's KZ.
Why not?
In Counter-Strike, there's KZ.
Because it's a different game. I mean, people.
So what? It's during downtime.
Yeah.
and only on the land, not on the.
I suppose, yeah. I would love to see it work, so I'm definitely up for it. Oh, JW just absolutely denying Device and Zipex. That forward setup completely crushed. Now Astralis, they're in a really horrible position. There's so much time on the clock. They have to make individual plays. Looks like Crims is already looking for this, or was some... Well, it looked like he was kind of looking for it initially, and now he's back on the angle. Great position.
Yeah, Crims knew only a few steps, which makes no sense when you were that close. Obviously, Dupree doesn't expect someone to be there, so it's unbeknownst to him, but the information was there for Fnatic. Now they're in a 4 versus 2. Glaive trying to catch somebody off guard, had to take gambles. Those gambles will not pay off for him. Leaving Kiabi in short position, but Golden with perfect positioning, only the top of his dome is showing. So Fnatic get their first round on the board. Astralis will be buying through their economy this round, so this is a key round for both sides to win.
Dan pointed out before the match, we saw a huge reason why Fnatic were able to win so many rounds versus FaZe on Mirage was with mid control. Not on the CT side, but on the T side as well. It was incredibly important. Glaive going down so early. Actually activate the lurk, JW. Right into the crosshair comes Kirby.
Fnatic finding a lot of really effective ways, seemingly, to just... I don't know if there's I mean, it's consistent in these matches, but it's hard to say that their approach is consistent to just look for these picks, but they're always getting these 2 kills at the start of these rounds, and this is really troublesome for Astralis. I don't know how they're possibly going to hold this one. They've got 4 grenades left. That's a great angle held by Golden. At this point, Astralis are probably surely looking for a save scenario. Wow.
It's hard to say if they're unable to anticipate all of the opportunities they could get to kill somebody, but maybe Glaive at A-Ramp had an idea of what kind of fight he was asking for and still couldn't win. And then after that, it just seems like Fnatic they push so many lurks that Astralis just have no ability to stay that coordinated across all players and expect those kills to come out.
It's really weird as well, because I think Astralis have this like really hard position where they're thinking, okay, we need to play aggressively against Fnatic where we can as a CT side. We don't want to just give free map control and allow Fnatic to set up their pushes in the way they want. So we have to take the aggressions. But every time they've taken these aggressions, they almost always lose out. Like we had that round where they did the double push on the underpass. JW 1v2'd both Device and Zipex, wherever it was. And then, you know, Glaive losing out on his aggressive situation. Like this is just, and I feel as though that they'll live and die by that style of play. I don't think they'll ever think we just have to play super passively and concede that Fnatic are just winning all the battles.
Yeah, there are ultra passive setups you can use. I mean, if you like, Astralis could play the ultra passive CT setup and see how it goes or something, because they're getting destroyed. It's tough because they know where the kills are going to come, or at least where the opening kill is going to come, but they can't find that one. Sometimes you can bait a team into taking A and still have like a good solid passive setup. You just can't use it all the time because then the T's will never use any grenades.
Double Mac 10 setup is pretty fun, considering that only one person has a helmet for Astralis.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Did they have money to actually buy rifles, Crimson Golden? Surely they did. Yeah, I love this. And we talked about this, I think, yesterday, having more for-purpose buys where you recognize that there are spots where the AK is not going to be as good as something like a Mac 10 or a CZ if that player is specifically trying to accomplish like a task like moving in first really quickly, let's say. That's very cool to see.
Where is the head armor at?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh my god.
Well, that's a rough one. Ooh, Device with some good spray, however. Looking for gaps, looking for opportunity. Dropping down a sandwich maybe, but he's standing on someone's head. And that person will trade 3 on 3 as the bomb is planted inverse. The grenades may slow down, but the CTs have got 2 smokes, so they can isolate some of these post-plant positions for the T side, although it's very awkward with where the bomb is planted for the CTs to deal with. So they put one towards ramp. Trades. 2 players remain. And the CTs are out in the open. JW trying to peek wide, but now it's down to the 1 versus 1. dupreeh isn't carrying a kit. Maybe it's too late for him. There might be one on the floor, but he'd have to go and find it first. So he will try to make his way out, and he will succeed. Fnatic take the lead.
We're definitely seeing some situations where some Bardolph Molotovs might be useful.
I know, right?
Take 7 seconds off the smokes, right? If you throw those Molotovs, even if the plant might get shifted, though. They can just plant in the middle of the site, but that's a much worse situation to be in.
And the Mac 10 buys there actually essentially save Fnatic, let's say, around $3,000 over this rough estimation, which is really interesting because these edges really add up. I mean, that's what will put them over the top, perhaps later on to another buy round should Astralis deplete their money through winning rounds on the CT side of theirs. Although so far this stats looks like quite the struggle. I don't feel as though Fnatic have really had a problem with their executing their game plan so far. Everything they've tried has worked according to plan. And as far as that statement goes, they are on the anti-eco here, so let's see if they can have somewhat of a clean situation. It does not bode well that JW and Golden are already quite low on the health. And at the very least, Fnatic have a lot of utility remaining, so they may feel from this point that it's time to group up and not lose players to 1Ds. Very nice shot from Device.
Will that draw more people into mid for the T side? They don't necessarily have all the time in the world at the moment, but those 2 kills will significantly change things. We've still got Crims lurking towards the Palace around A. There are 45 seconds for Fnatic, and Glaive's position will put 2 people in the B bomb site, but maybe these numbers are enough. However, if he flanks Crims and spots Crims in... Well, Crims is going to see that the A site is clear now, so there should be a rotation from these players. We'll see what Glaive can do in the meantime, because the time is running out. If Glaive just waits for a bomb plant to come in, he could win the round of 1 kill. Oh, but he hasn't seen Crims, so he's jumped into the site now.
But he didn't... Crims didn't hear it? Oh, he didn't hear it.
Too far away, so Crims is rotating, expecting the rotation, and Glaive is rotating, thinking it's B, and I think maybe he was spotted, but now the game is up and he's going to get shot straight in the head. Oh, so much opportunity.
So unlucky.
A roundabout
Unlucko.
of opportunity.
Unlucky. Unlucky. Well, that actually went insanely well for Fnatic, all things considered. Losing a man to a 1D, you can't fault him for that. And Fnatic's money is well and truly out of control at this point. Double AWP from Astralis. I wonder if they'll try to do AWP from connector / window and AWP from short. And try to, you know, sort of end the round in middle, potentially. Okay, dupreeh is going to short indeed. Oh my god, that was pretty quick from JW. You can get the wallbangs here if you are precise.
He's actually trying to go a level deep and anticipate the fallback. But Kirby stays strong. Keeping the attention of 3 CTs now. And at a certain point you want to cut noise, but
Crims is watching for any pushes from Palace as well, so this is pretty crucial as to how Fnatic are looking at the map at the moment.
They both missed that.
Ooh, there you go. So dupreeh able to catch Golden, pushing the short position. That's a big kill. Still trying to force the issue here on the B-Abs. They don't really have anybody in position to flank or cause problems. Besides B-Abs, I'm surprised they're just going so hard on a commit with the bomb.
Lecker on the connector now. And the only person on A is on the ramp, which is Glaive. It's got a good position to stop most plants that you might expect, though. 28 seconds, the bomb's been dropped in the middle area, 2 on 3, and now we've got a CT in triple, taking down Crims as he tries to force the bomb in. But there's just too many CTs, looks towards short, gets shot from ramp. Astralis on the comeback, an expensive round for them. And look at the money on Fnatic. Fnatic are going to have a better buy coming into this round.
I think they know that Astralis are going to be low on nades. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something relatively quickly here. Astralis are going to be very vulnerable from the prospect of fast hit, I think. difficult for them to counter nade. Oh, actually going for mid control. I like it, I like it.
Nades to Golden, he'll still get a frag though. He gets out of dodge as well, which is always nice. Crims has found himself a great position, some solid real estate on the A site. And with the smokes that are down, he looks to fortify this position. Oh, trying to play with the smoke. Very smart stuff here from Crims. Can he find a catch on the connector? No, it's Device who gets that kill.
Huh.
Impressive, impressive.
What do they do from here? They showed the bomb one more time, so this wasn't. They know it wasn't a fast rotate back.
Yeah, this is a pretty awful spot for Fnatic. And I think that, they were hoping, Golden would have been hoping, I think Golden would have been in a spot where he's going to get positioning towards B, and then you have Flusher come out of Palace. I think that was really the game plan there, and that really shuts it down. So now he's just going to run, and pray. Nice kill from Zipex, finishing him off, and that's the round, or the match tied up here, 5-5. Good fight back from Astralis. They've really been trying to grind out these rounds. But still, we see that immense bank that Fnatic built coming to their aid in these situations.
It seemed like Fnatic were going to take mid control and then have Crims push out of Palace on a fast lurk by taking attention away from it, by focusing on mid. And even though they ended up losing mid, Crims got out. So they kind of had two situations where they could come out ahead. Good push from Blave again. More CT aggression. Oh, Device though, his fallback dies in window. Can't actually smoke everything out from here, so we'll look to fight. He gets pinched.
It's another round where the aggression doesn't go right for Astralis. It's happened too often for them.
Yeah, they're still answering. They're still staying very active. They've got the B-Apps push as well.
Again. Talk about timing. This has gleaned them a lot of information, sometimes wrong information, but they're getting this area fairly often. Zipex takes Flusher down towards apartment, so they're pushing B-Apps and T-Spawn at the same time. But does Zipex stay here as you look for more info? He's got a flashbang. He doesn't have a smoke. Where do Fnatic go? That's the bomb spotted on the radar, and Zipex will try to run distraction now.
Oh boy.
Kiabi is coming in for the flank, but who's going to make it there in time? Does he stop the bomb from escaping? He does! 35 seconds. Where are the remainder of Fnatic? We've got Golden moving into the short position, and Crims in mid. But Crims has only got 9 HP, and surely he is heard running. This is turning into a disaster for Fnatic.
Yeah, I think they had a really big window of opportunity in this round where they could have exerted their advantage. But as Launders said, Astralis did such a good job of being active on all sides of the map that Astralis were the ones that somehow were able to take initiative in the window of time when Fnatic should have been orchestrating some form of a game plan. So, nicely done by Astralis.
I think Fnatic's game plan is to force your comms to just be crazy. Force you to have to push things over and over again, constant adjustments. They're going to test you on all parts of the map. They're going to do it fast. They're going to do it simultaneously. And Astralis is starting to keep up.
Oh dear. Fnatic need to identify that. Astralis at a certain point keep pushing a ramp. Device will use the smoke. Somehow he escapes, but will he escape ultimately? Oh my god. He turns into the biggest bait today. Wow. Device's play essentially annihilated Fnatic. They tried to punish him, pushing through a smoke, and Kiabi cleaned house. Spotless, full of chlorine.
That really was a pure bait. That's crazy. All three players completely focused on Device. That's amazing indeed. Indeed. I don't think I've ever seen a bait be so effective. Got the T-Ball down. Fnatic. Going fairly light with the investment as they've lost so many consecutive rounds. How many rounds actually is it in a row now? Is it 5? Yeah, no. 4.
Was that a good nade? Yeah, it was. Wow. It was like a right and left click, walking throw at a weird angle. That's nice.
Astra's damage being taken from Fnatic as they move away, but Dupree will move into the wrong angle. Device may want to protect these weapons. There's a flashbang from a teammate, but he can't quite make a fatal connection. He's got to be careful of the underpass area, which he will Molotov. Now they will line up almost a team through there. Device going a bit too forward, and now he's left on 3 HP. So awkward for Astralis. And there are weapons on the floor, surely to be collected by this T side.
Well, I get the connector plant too. They don't have control of anything, but got a player low. It's come down to a lurk. Nice spot from Crims. Oh man, they love this big flank, and it's planted perfectly for this. So if Device takes too long, screw it. Crims will do it all by himself. Who needs teammates?
And the boys are back in action for both teams. Here, Fnatic finally getting the buy on there after just a single save. Thank you for round loss bonus. If we consider that that's the only time they had to save because they had so much money, that's pretty awesome, as they had a very impactful round as far as damage is concerned. Although we are in the last couple rounds, so it may not really be all that meaningful. We'll see. Again, Astralis going for this underpass aggression and again getting destroyed by JW. This has not been effective for them. I'll try to challenge top mid as well, but it's, again, you don't really want to be trading situations out like this as a CTs. You want to come out a man ahead. And Astralis have a 3v3 at least, but this really favors Fnatic. This is where Fnatic do their best work as well. We talked about this earlier.
Yeah, it's usually. Oh wow!
Oh
Radar.
Oh, JW Jesper.
That's got to be like a slow radar realization, but all too late. Crims now making a play towards the B site, and there's no one in position to even hear him. But does he continue to charge? Zepex, realizing there's a hole in the defense, will start to rotate towards the market area. Surely one of these players will make a noise, and it will be Crims. Has he been spotted? Has he spotted Zepex on the radar? Maybe. Well, it's too late ultimately. Astralis get their 8th round on the board. Surviving with 3 players. Their money's not spectacular, but they can spread the wealth in this last round. Same cannot be said though for Fnatic.
It's good to see Astralis getting back on their feet. A lot of things going their way, catching a lot of the lurks here. Fnatic just basically 5 aggressive lurks all at once. Last round of the half, Fnatic finally have no more money left. Nice shot. You guys going out for more. This time. We'll only leave with information. Fluffs the
timing, look
Molotov
at
a bit, yeah.
Smoke comes in. I wonder how the smoke actually bloomed on that Molotov. Is there a spot for the Device maybe to get a one-way? Maybe not. As you said, Fnatic sort of try to walk everywhere, see what they can do. And this round, Astralis have held very well. What an angle, what a camera angle this is. Oh man.
Wow. Oh, he's not gonna shoot. Oh.
Well, Crims is trapped now, he can't really fall back. And the bomb is lost. Nice little jump.
Slips on ice.
Little hop there. 9-6 for Astralis. And that's to me, that's a very impressive comeback. Because Fnatic had so many situations where they smashed Astralis' aggression. I really felt like Fnatic were winning the half.
Yeah, this is the premier momentum-based team that we have on Fnatic. But man, are these guys exciting to watch?
Yeah, yeah.
This is great. It must be annoying, terrifying to play against. It must take so much focus and concentration to stay like on point for a match like this the entire time. I mean, it's at such a high pace.
You just never know where a Fnatic player is going to appear from.
Yeah, for real. And the reason that they have so many advantages in the like 3v3s is because they've pushed so far by that point that they could be anywhere. It's never like 3v3 at A ramp waiting to set up smokes or something.
T side moving in towards B. Flusher, what can he get from this? Need some info. Lecro now in a really bad spot. So is the 12-6 on? Looks like it might be. All these players getting shot more than once. in the head before they did. There's Device with the Henry G. Force spike comes in from Fnatic. Deagles will be the order of the day. Deagle and Kevlar, but will they all go that way? All grenades be collected. Some HEs, one smoke onto Crims. We'll see if that's used to buy time, as we've seen used successfully already today. As we reach the halfway point of today's matches, soon to be heading into North America, where we've got some slobber knockers as well. Now, where these grenades are being set up from, you can throw HEs here from the connector stairs. NIP used to do it.
Here they are.
Good molly in front of the bench to stop any pushes from connector through the smoke. And Astralis will just finish things off. Oh, JW somehow managed to find himself a very surprising position. Astralis not expecting that. And now his presence in the absence is going to be annoying, although he will peek, and he's dead now, so never mind. Pretty impossible here for Fnatic to get engagements. They're stuck behind this choke point with a fire down as well.
Yeah, there's a bit of lag on our connection. The players will not be affected by this. Apologies, hopefully it clears up soon.
I think it's a bit of a mistake whenever you have
Maybe it
palace
won't
control
clear up as well.
to peek like that. I think you just hold on to it, and I mean, if you get a kill, great. But like, if you die, you let them go across the site and plant. If you stay alive, they can't plant at A anymore. They just can't. It's not safe. And also, you could flank a ramp or pose the threat that you could flank a ramp. But if you die, you just remove all those options.
USP round from Fnatic. So, ooh, wow. It's more than you can expect in that kind of duel. Oh, GW missing. It's a fatal shot. That's quite the headshot.
Yeah, Golden's pretty sick, man. You should make a Steam group called IGLs that can frag. Make him a moderator.
Player of the week.
POTW.
Player of the week is going to be always be Oscar, by the way, so no. It's going to be forever be Oscar. No one agrees?
He's the best player to ever touch the game.
I was thinking in the Faceit group on Steam, there's one person, and I think it's you, who's been set as the player of the week for
Really?
forever. Yeah.
Really?
It's completely fraudulent.
What is that?
I know. I'm surprised as you are.
I didn't know that was a thing that you could do.
Yeah, that's.
What Steam group even is that?
What?
Really? Huh. Anyway, I'll take that.
Just put it on your CV.
It is accurate, of course. So that's a coincidence, good coincidence.
As far as team kills are concerned.
The finest team kills.
So 12-6. The disastrous scoreline has happened for Fnatic. Minute 15, and there isn't much utility on the CT side. This is an important round, and surely this game would be slipping away from them if they were to lose this round. Astralis with great map control. No lurkers towards A, but 2 in B apartment. So the split is on here for Astralis.
Here comes Zekro. Nice, he managed to fall back into position, but the flames come down. Still really good value to get a second kill out of that. Now Fnatic looking to hold on, and hold on, they weren't going to the site initially, but the reinforcements is in there in time. And timely round for Fnatic. Now, Astralis can buy. Is Kirby going to drop an AWP? That's the question. Or are they just going to go AKs? AKs it is.
Well,
Still buying our Astralis. Still buying.
yeah, Device figuring out what makes the most sense with the money he has, and he will be the utility man for his side, it seems, with the 2 flashes, as well as a smoke grenade. Will they try to take control of connector? First, they've got to fight short. Grenades flying in. Slave with half his life. He will avoid the grenades, but will he see... Will Lekro try to jump up? You can wallbang players where Lekro is standing, and you do see it from time to time. More with AWPs. That's Astralis forced back from B then.
Yeah.
To me, that's like the Mixwell special, that wallbang. I think I've seen it most from Mixwell. Ooh. That's a free one for Crims. He's going to be happy about that.
They haven't used much. They didn't start with much utility. They haven't used a lot. But now that they're down 2 players, I think their game plan was to get, well, obviously not die, but I don't think they were particularly interested in getting kills. I think they just want to be able to get connector control if possible. And the CTs have all used their utility as well, so they're kind of on even footing.
5 versus 2, those numbers definitely aren't even. And Device, we're not going to plant here. Unable to stop Flusher from making his way through the smoke. A solid round for Fnatic. That is exactly what they needed. Not a single player lost. And they've broken the money of Astralis. Bonus if you're Swedish.
Yeah, if you look at how the round played out, they could have, Astralis could have just basically done an A hit. Well, they could have done whatever they did at mid without pushing into connector, and then gone back to do an A hit with right side smokes and maybe push CT or something like that. Fnatic really did use a lot of utility very quickly. So I think if Astralis keep that in mind, maybe the next time they have a lot more money, they drag the round out as long as possible. Not a single piece of utility though on this round. I don't know if they'll just try to lurk out.
So hoping for that bomb plant. Hoping for a frag. Will their hopes be dashed? Probably. This is just that slow, hopeless position. Oh wow! Glaive got a kill. That's actually pretty sick. The new Glocks, man, they are legit. Alright, well we got 12-9, or rather 9-12. Fnatic trailing by 3, and it's not too bad of a scoreline if you consider where Fnatic came from. Able to win those initial buy rounds on the CT side. Now Astralis going for the fast A set piece. And we've got retake positions from Fnatic with that mid control as well. So Fnatic will be pretty happy to use the full utility that they have to retake this A bomb site.
I hate 5A ramp. Hate it. What if Palace was pushed? How do you? What if you counter needed only A ramp?
What if CTs know the ball of Molotovs? What then?
What then?
What then? Then disaster is all but guaranteed. This plant's definitely not happening. Golden taken out. CT has been taken by the T side. 4-on-4 retake. And Crims is top mid. I think he's heard the rotation.
Oh yeah.
But he's just going to engage it.
Wait, what's going on? Oh my god.
Oh, okay, so they're going for like the very late Virtus Pro strat where a play comes in from B, it seems. That is very curious indeed. And Crims has got to go with his teammates. Instead of waiting for this kill, they put a smoke on the bomb. And here comes Kiabi, the master play. Crims knows it's coming eventually, but this is a disaster for Fnatic. And it has kept them entertained, and they'll be eliminated one by one. So.
Good patience from Kirby there. I mean, I felt the tension, like being the guy in his position, because I think there's this force that's constantly pulling you to let go of shift, because maybe you fear that you're too far away, that your flank will be mistimed, that the CTs will run over the site, but his teammates managed to hold on, so he could walk all the way. And Crims was still looking for that kill also, so
yeah.
as you mentioned, so it's a pretty important one we want to collect.
I think if his teammates started dying, he would have taken the shorter route. But I think as long as he saw, oh, they're not pushing in yet, got some time to go. Whoa, that was very close.
Lecro, he's done some good damage. He's bought his team a few seconds, but the smokes are down again. Although that can allow the T's to come in behind it. Crim's caught trying to reposition, and that's going to cause more heartache to Fnatic as Astralis head towards round 14. That smoke on short is crushing. That pretty much makes it a 1 versus 3 at this point. JW, though, he's continuing to commit. Maybe Golden can play off a distraction if JW is afforded a kill, but doesn't look like he will be, but he still continues. Smoke finally disappearing from the short position, and Golden won't get the kill, and that leaves JW in no man's land. What if they need bite off Molly, man? What if the bomb can't go down? What if they delay enough and the smoke starts to dissipate and the bomb's still not planted? What then? What then, guys?
We wouldn't have to answer this question.
It's a question that one day will be answered when those mollies come out, when the penny drops.
Yeah, I mean, even anything would have been better. Golden threw a flash versus the A hit. That was the one piece of utility they used to stop a full A hit when he was in CT. Could have used the Molotovs, could have used the barred off Molotovs, or anything. A ramps, nades, would have done so much damage. 5 players coming out, 1 choke point. 5 players, 1 choke point. New video coming soon.
Well, out of Palace, they could try to push if they wanted to, but they're waiting for Device. Device gets absolutely shut down here, so this is getting awkward here for Astralis. Wow, the bomb has no passage to the sites. They're going to have to explore other options as Dupree makes his way through B-apps. Nice pickup from Kirby, though, and with that frag and a minute to go, there's plenty of opportunity now for Astralis. Oh, is that a CPL smoke? Window smoke. No, it's a short smoke. Will he go mid, though? Probably not. Okay, so suggesting he's going to go mid, but in reality he's going to go back towards the A slope. Dupree moving in from connector. This is a nice setup from Astralis.
What do they pull? No one's actually pushed on the CT side. Dupree's made his way into connector, and here's this incessant scoping in window. Happy to peek it as well. They'll take it B here because they realize JW is watching for the flank. So maybe they're assuming that both last players are at A.
Kirby moves out with the gun in tow, which is smart, but problems. Oh, time. Oh, he's giving him the kill. 12 seconds. But how could he know he was coming from there?
Didn't Dupree just kill window?
Ooh, half a second spare for the plant. That was a close one. Surely not Dupree. Not like this. And indeed, Crims will prevent him from taking the round. But so much damage done. The bomb plant collected. And if we look back to how the round started, Astralis were getting crushed, man. They were so crushed. Yet still able to get to the 1v1 with the after plant as well. So big round from Astralis despite losing it. And you can see that it's really taxed Fnatic's money situation. To lose all those players, they won the round, but their buy is not going to look amazing with the FAMAS out there on Lecro and the MP9 on Golden. Not ideal, but at least they have ample utility.
Is that all they could afford? I guess they're favoring utility. I like it, but is that maybe they save some money here for some reason? This is a large map with like plenty of long angles. MP9s are not always that great. They forfeited mid control, playing close spots on A, and Astralis are coming back to an A hit. This is a perfect setup to defend against the hit.
Fast fire rate of the MP9s, both around the ramp position, but if they fall back to the shadow area, they will be at much less of a disadvantage. Golden with a lovely pop flash.
No nades left. Uh-oh.
JW can run distraction. That's a great shot and makes it even worse when Crim's position, sorry, Golden's position is there. He will contribute. What is the answer for Astralis? Fnatic are only 4 rounds away. The boost is there though, and Kirby will come from jungle, so this is still retrievable. There's lots of time on the clock for Astralis to fix this. Golden, they know that he was in a ramp position. He was close. He was around the corner, but there's one more CT to deal with. The flashbang won't take him out, but Dupree will, and Lecro match points Astralis.
What a round from Dupree. But what did JW do just now? He they had the perfect hold on Palace and A ramp, and then he even got the kill, helped out with the bait, but he could have just fallen back to CT. The smokes would have been dissipated. Astralis had nothing else to re-execute, and they wouldn't have been able to plant the bomb, let alone actually get onto the site, knowing they have A ramp and Palace. But they completely forgot about connector, and JW went in for I don't know what. That's just the nature of the beast, I guess, with him. It's just you have to get plays like that to, if you want the smart aggressive plays are just like, they're all gonna look crazy.
Yeah, he looked convinced about the player coming from connector. He wasn't wrong, but there was another one from jungle too, as you said, from that boost. So
yeah, but it's even though he knows that, does he need to be there?
Well, Fnatic looking like they're in a lot of trouble here. Having the pistols to defend against a very strong push from Astralis, looking like they want to close down this map. Of course, they conceded train against Fnatic, but they look strong for this one. Just going to be flusher left, but not for too much longer. It is the map for Astralis, 16-10.